Hey everyone, Aaron Souza here.
I'm Connor Jameson.
And before this recording, we kind of wanted to just come on here and just talk about some of the things that's happening in this country and in our world over the last few weeks. It's become increasingly more difficult to just talk about movies. And when we set out to do this, to do our podcast, to talk about movies, to write about movies, I kind of wanted to make a firm line that we weren't going to be political. We weren't going to get into those sorts of things because we wanted what we do to be an escape from what's happening in the world. That feels no longer like much of a possibility. And there's a lot of things happening, things in Minnesota, especially. We've had two people, citizens of our country, human beings murdered by government officials. And it's not a time to not say something about it anymore. And frankly, it's kind of disgusting what's happening in this country and where things have stood. And we just wanted to make our thoughts known. I don't know if you have anything to add to this, Connor, but it felt important.
I just wanted to say it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset and sad. This is not a normal time. Nothing about this is normal, and it's okay. It's a time that we need to make voices heard. We need to contact people in charge and tell them our thoughts and feelings.
So again, we wanted to kind of make our thoughts clear on this before we dive in to talk about movies and the things we love. It's no longer a time for us to just be quiet on these issues. So
yeah.
With that said, I think we'll get into it.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the First Picture House podcast, a movie news and discussion show. I'm your host, Connor Jameson.
And I'm Aaron Souza.
This week, we're reacting to some of our old predictions for 2025, and we'll give our predictions for 2026. But first, we'll discuss some news around the industry, give our reactions to the new Darren Aronofsky AI-generated Revolutionary War show, and talk about Send Help and what's happening at the box office. Now let's get into it. Aaron, hit the button. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Another episode of the First Picture House podcast. Aaron, how are you doing today?
I'm doing. It's the weekend, so it's always, a better time when it's the weekend. But it's February, which is crazy.
Happy
We're already
February.
through January.
I know. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, I know, right? Time flies. Time
Yes.
really goes.
The concept of time. Since you asked, I am not great. Sick
Yeah,
again.
you've been a little under the weather.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought my immune system was good. Turns out it's not.
That's a tough revelation to have, really.
I guess that as we get older, we learn new things about ourselves, and it turns out I am not built for any sort of virus or infection. But I live. I fight another day.
Anyways,
yes. Sorry. Enough about me whining about my life.
Oh gosh,
we got some interesting topics today.
Yeah.
So the big thing that we're going to hit on today is back. I forget when we put out the article. I think it was probably.
I have it up. So
Yes.
we put it out. It's a good thing these are dated. January 4th, 2025.
January 4th. We put out 10 predictions for the upcoming year, 2025, with two bold takes.
For the film industry specifically.
Yes, not just the year in general, because,
Yeah.
I mean, why would we do that?
We couldn't have predicted anything.
Yeah.
2025 was a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah. And, we decided we're going to go through, we're going to react, see how bad we missed. So we did hit some.
Yeah,
But-
actually, it was a bit more mixed than I was expecting. So it'll be fun to talk about.
Yeah. So we'll go through, and then we're also going to give predictions for 2026. so that next year we can do the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, First, we got to do some quick hits.
Yeah.
Um, so this one is going to touch a little close to home with me. Margaret Qualley and Callum Turner are in talks to star in a Possession remake uh, from Parker Finn. He's the director of the Smile movies. I don't know about this one. Possession is one of those movies where it is, I don't want to say, like, it's not perfect, but it's one of those movies you can't touch. Like, it is iconic. It's a classic. It's a cult classic, if you will. There's so many things about that movie, specifically Isabella Johnny's physical performance, just how insane she is. That I mean, I like Margaret Qualley. I just don't think anything's going to come close to that. I mean, I've seen some people say maybe it's better to do like a Smile 3 and just pay homage to Possession, but I don't know if people remember. A First Omen came out and did a fantastic job paying homage to Possession. So I'm full on that. I don't need that.
You don't need another Possession.
I don't need it
because it just feels like, maybe there's just some properties that don't need to be like retouched again. We're in an era for sure of people just wanting to go back and like either remake classics or touch up on them. I don't know. I think there's smarter ways to do. You brought up the First Omen. I think that's a good way to bring back the Omen franchise with something that's kind of new and fresh and feels legitimate and was obviously successful.
Yeah.
A straight remake feels a little ham-fisted.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Neill too. There was something about Sam Neill in this stretch where he was like in all these horror movies. He was obviously working with John Carpenter a lot. I don't think that Callum Turner can match that either. Not to just ignore him. I don't know. This is just one where I'm not super excited. And I need to revisit the Possession movie because I wasn't the biggest fan. It was a bit too much for me, but I mean,
wow, too much for you. That's saying something.
Yeah. It was just it was a lot at the moment, but I gotta go back to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Parker Finn has shown that he knows how to make a good scary movie. I mean, the Smile movies have been smash hits. So I mean, we'll see. I guess they're making it, so I can't make any more out of that.
Yep.
But
speaking gonna say, speaking of stuff that we're interested in, I do want to touch on this. Not really new news, but I saw finally finished Andor season 2, which came out in 2025, so it's still fairly relevant. To tell you what, man, I don't know. Have you seen Andor at all?
No, but that's the only piece of Star Wars media that I'm actually interested in.
I'll tell you what, man, it might be one of the best shows, period, I've ever seen. It's like, it's exactly what I like out of these Star Wars or like universe tied materials, MCU and that sort of, thing. It can be lumped into that as well, where we have this idea for this genre, and then we're going to do that and then wrap it in a Star Wars blanket, rather than the other way around, where we have Star Wars, and how do we like shoehorn a story or a genre into this? So Andor season 2, or Andor in general, is a spy thriller noir sort of series. Season 2 is just incredible. There's a specific arc, 7, 8, and 9, for people who have seen it, that is some of the greatest TV I've ever seen, and also really relevant to the state of the country right now. And I seeing it this past week and seeing it with everything that's been going on has been very like personal to me. Beyond the bounds of like, this is an amazing TV show. I think it's an incredibly important look at like, where things could go and how things kind of feel and are, and it's just really worth your time. And I loved it. I cannot say enough about it. Like literal chills throughout the back half of that season. So it's really, really good. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested more in something like that, where it's like you're telling a good story that just happens to have like Star
Yeah,
Wars characters and Star Wars like elements of it,
right,
instead of this is a Star Wars story where you
right.
have to understand years worth of movies and literature to understand what's happening.
Yeah. All you need to understand to really go into Andor is the Empire. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Rogue One, so I get it.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Dude, this show, season 2 specifically, but both seasons, like they make Rogue One so much better.
Oh, yeah. So
And it leads directly up into like, I'm not obviously not spoiling anything when I say like Andor as a whole leads directly into Rogue One, which leads directly into A New Hope. So it's like that stretch is all one big story, and it's so well done.
Interesting.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Well, I do have to dampen the mood a bit.
Yeah, please dampen the mood.
Because we lost a legend recently. Catherine O'Hara passed away.
Yes.
And it hurt. It sucks.
I know her mainly from like Beetlejuice and Home Alone, but you were pretty broken up about it when you texted us.
Yeah, so our friend Sam, if you know him from the Film Box, he texted us, and that honestly felt like I got shot because I loved her from like Schitt's Creek. I think she is one of the funniest people. Even just like seeing her in clips of other movies that I haven't seen yet. She was always so funny. She just seemed so kind when I watch like interviews of her. And I got to stop doing it, but I always end up like finding like people talking about her, and it just makes me so sad. Like I watched Martin Short give like a little tribute to her, and I was just like, damn, it sucks. I mean,
yeah,
death sucks, but heaven's getting a lot funnier.
Well, hey, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah,
it is definitely tough. I mean, someone who's kind of been omnipresent for so many years like that, it's tough. It's a constant reminder too that our favorite stars are getting older, which is never fun.
Considering everyone that we lost just last year as well, I mean, it's kind of like a gut punch of like, you got to start appreciating people while they're here before it's too late.
Absolutely.
On that note,
yeah, well, this has been a real up and down
it's a roller coaster
so far.
Yeah. Why don't we try to lighten the mood by just making fools out of ourselves? We're going to go through what our industry and Hollywood predictions were for last year.
Yeah. Do you want me to read them off and we can kind of react to it?
I was going to read yours and you can read mine.
Sure. If I can remember which ones were which.
Oh, I know what yours were.
Yeah.
Because we went back and forth.
Sort of back and forth.
Yeah, because your first one was Timothée Chalamet will win his first Oscar for A Complete Unknown. I
was close.
You got nominated.
Almost. I was might be just a year off.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. You were just a year off.
Yeah. Look, I was really entranced by A Complete Unknown. I revisited it again recently, and I still thought his performance is really, really good. Um, I don't know. I mean, that was kind of not really the strongest year, best actor wise. Looking back on it, Adrian Brody, I don't think necessarily. I mean, he was excellent in The Brutalist, but then gave one of the most annoying speeches of all time, and I kind of hate it now.
It's just retroactively taken it back.
Yeah. It's like up there with like Will Smith getting best actor immediately after the slap is really just that's tough stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like A Complete Unknown as much as you did, but
to be fair, A Complete Unknown has its flaws. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
a great movie. I just really liked his performance in it.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to win it this year.
Probably.
So, most likely.
Yeah.
So, it's better to be early than too late.
Yeah, then totally wrong. So, on record now, and it's not part of my predictions for 2026. So, I will say I do very much believe he will win it this year.
Yeah. Speaking about potentially being too early.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this was mine.
You had Josh O'Connor being announced as the next James Bond.
They haven't announced a Bond yet. It's still possible.
They still haven't announced it. So it could.
It could.
I've been hearing buzz though that Jacob Elordi's taken meetings for Bond,
which I don't understand really, because they want a British actor and he's Australian.
Yeah,
close enough, I guess.
It's maybe close enough. It's an interesting choice. Josh O'Connor's still, I think, a really good choice. I mean, he just had an excellent year. Wake Up, Dead Man, and what else did he have this year? He had
a lot of movies.
Yeah, Josh O'Connor was kind of really
the Mastermind.
Working. The Mastermind, yep. The History of Sound is like still not really out, I don't think, or at least not international, but
it was out
on Mubi.
Yeah, I think he
also had something else this year.
It's like I think it was called Rebuilding, or maybe that's this year.
Yeah, it was called Rebuilding. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So 4 movies this year. He's in Disclosure Day in 2026. Pretty good year. Just no Bond announcement. So I don't know if that gives you extra points or not.
I don't get a point. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. So 0 for 2 at the moment.
Yeah. Speaking of no points. Next one, Chris Evans earns critical acclaim for his performance in Celine Song's Materialists.
Okay. I predicted this. I don't think I'm wrong. He didn't get awards love, but his performance was acclaimed. Like it was kind of a more of a return to what he could do versus, The Gray Man and Ghosted and Red One. So I don't think I'm wrong.
Okay, but this is semantics. This is like
I never said that he would get awards love. I said it would be critically acclaimed, which it was at the time, but that was in like February.
Yeah.
And then everyone forgot. Because Materialist just wasn't as strong as I thought it would be. The movie definitely had flaws, but Chris Evans was very good in it. Unfortunately, he's now back in the MCU, which is like a real step backwards for the guy. I think.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, he had one. He got his one like real acting role out of the way.
I'd say give me a half.
Fine.
Yeah. Hey, again, maybe semantics, but I wasn't wrong. He was good in the movie.
I mean, he was. I'll give you that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Well, why don't we put a real point up on the board?
Yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm doing yours. Superhero movies, once again, become massive box office successes. You were predicting this. 2025 was a much better year than 2024. In 24, we had Deadpool and Wolverine, which did very well. Then Sony also dropped Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, and Venom the Last Dance, which were all bad.
Quite.
This year, we saw Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four First Steps, and Superman. All of the lowest grossing movie of the bunch was Thunderbolts at $381 million, I believe is the correct number.
382, I see.
382. I was very close.
That was crazy.
I looked at it before.
Oh,
so
never mind.
I can't take full
I thought you
credit
just
on
pulled that out of your butt.
I knew it was in the like mid to high 300s, but the highest grossing being Superman at like 650. So it's like not real high ceiling when compared to like Deadpool and Wolverine, which was what, $1 billion, I think.
Close to,
But,
I think.
or close to. But like all of the movies were well within profitable range.
No, 1.3.
So, 1.3. Wow, Jesus Christ, that movie was an abomination. Yeah.
But
so I would say I give you a point for this. I mean, they definitely had a success. Average rating too. People were pretty pleased with these superhero movies. Brave New World aside, because that was trash.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the quality was up across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, it's better.
Yeah. So this was also mine.
Yeah, I'll read this one as well. So you had, as a follow-up to the superhero prediction, you had that Fantastic Four beats Superman at the box office, but Superman does better critically.
Classic whiff. Classic whiff, because both of those are wrong.
Are they both wrong? I thought Superman was better critically.
Superman was 5 points lower.
Ooh, yeah, that's a full whiff. That's a full opposite whiff.
Just misread the market.
I mean, Superman, to be fair, you did say in your opening sentence to this prediction, I think the box office numbers between Superman and the Fantastic Four will be very close. They were. They were very close. You just had the wrong side edging out on both fronts.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, both good movies. I prefer Superman. And I mean, for me, it made it made more money and it was better received for me. So I know who won for me, but
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
okay. My next one.
Live action remakes bomb, putting the genre's trends future in jeopardy.
I think I did pretty good.
Kind of nailed it.
I kind of nailed it. Like,
so Snow White, bomb.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch,
really good.
Really good. Moana didn't come out. That's coming
Moana
out.
Delayed to this year.
How to Train Your Dragon.
It was a success.
Did pretty good. So, I don't know.
The way I feel about this is, you know, these movies were going to make some money. I mean, obviously Snow White was a bomb. Lilo and Stitch was a big hit, but not really well liked for a lot of people outside people with young children.
Mm-hmm.
And then Moana obviously didn't come out. How to Train Your Dragon was okay, but kind of like a copy paste remake. But in the wake of those movies, we've kind of been at a holding pattern for other live action movies. The only one that seems to have any traction right now is the Tangled remake, because they just announced the leads for that. Everything else has been like completely silent.
Yeah.
No news, which, you know, to me is not real. I don't think that this is going to continue on much longer, because they're like continuing to be unsuccessful or semi-successful, and it's so dependent on the property. It'll really be interesting to see what happens with Moana this year.
Yeah. I mean, I might have a take on Moana.
Okay.
For my 26.
Okay. Well, we will circle back to that.
Yes. I mean, why don't we just keep the trend going? The Electric State is the biggest financial bomb of 2025.
Nailed it.
I mean, you were shooting fish in a barrel on this one. There was no shot a movie going straight to Netflix with a $320 million budget was making money.
But not only didn't just say that it was like it would be a box office bomb, but that it was not going to do well, like critically. I mean, obviously straight to Netflix, but like forgotten within a week. Like this movie was terrible. And so like there was no chance that it was even going to get the viewership numbers to even justify a $320 million budget. And it was not worth that kind of money anyways. It was trash can movie.
Yeah.
Oof. This next one.
Okay. To be fair, the movie that I thought was going to carry did not come out.
Yeah. So you had music biopics Michael and Deliver Me From Nowhere combined for $1 billion at the box office. Now Michael didn't come out, which hurt its chances, obviously. But Deliver Me From Nowhere was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And this had zero chance of actually making it over the $1 billion mark, like combined. I think as soon as Deliver Me From Nowhere had come out, it was kind of DOA.
Yeah. Listen, I thought musical biopics still had some juice to them, especially when they were about two super famous musicians that had like very, very passionate fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just did not get any sort of love. And obviously Michael didn't come out. And I think Michael probably still has a chance because I think Michael has the fan base. But
I don't know, man. This movie, I've just been hearing nothing but bad things about Michael.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. So that's now, just to recap, 3 for 8.
Yeah.
If you include our 2 halves. So not ideal, but we definitely I did pretty good on this one.
Yeah, we got a big win coming. 2 major streaming services consolidate into one. This is one that we could just pencil in each year and just rack up a win.
This one, but going into 2025, I mean, the writing may have been on the wall a little bit, but like not to the level that we've seen now at the end of 25. I mean, Disney, I mentioned here Disney Plus and Hulu joined forces on a bundle. Disney Plus announced that Hulu's shutting down and it's just all Disney Plus now, which is, again, that's one consolidation. And then Netflix just bought Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So like Netflix and HBO Max are going to be merging now too. I mean, that's like, if I asked you what were the 4 biggest streaming services out there, you would have told me probably Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Netflix, and now like 2 of those are going to be gone. Kind of crazy work. So I think I nailed that prediction.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I felt very proud of that one. Number 10, Zootopia 2, Avatar: Fire and Ash, and Wicked for Good each make $1 billion at the box office. So close.
2 for 3. 2 for 3. 0.67 points.
Zootopia 2, great call. That movie is still printing money.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar: Fire and Ash was an easy one.
Yeah.
Although less profitable than even some of the projections were saying.
Listen, if we combined like Wicked for Good, Avatar: Fire and Ash, and Zootopia 2,
you're up over $3 billion.
They made over $3 billion.
Yeah, but Wicked for Good was a dumpster bomb.
It was $526 million. So I don't.
So not really a bomb.
It's not a dumpster bomb. It made money.
It was not well received though. People did not like it, which is why it didn't really get anywhere close to the $1 billion threshold.
No. But you know,
so 3 for 10. No, sorry, 4 for 10. 4 for 10 on our predictions is not awful. And then we have bold takes.
Yep. This first one.
Yeesh. So your prediction, 2025 is a top 10 year all time at the domestic box office. Did not happen. It was 2025 was 20th. It's not very close.
But to be fair, a lot of movies that should have came out this year did not.
And also, a lot of movies that we thought were for sure smash hits they were a lot softer on. Obviously Wicked for Good, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning were both soft. Superman and Fantastic Four didn't quite get to the levels we thought it would, but still did very well.
I did call out that they would combine for a bill. So
yeah. The new Conjuring movie didn't make too many waves. 28 Years Later didn't make too many waves. You know, so it was a softer year than expected.
Yeah.
But my bold take though,
I don't even know how we can quantify this. Physical media.
I actually have data to back this up. So
physical media sales see an uptick in 2025, finally gaining sales growth year over year.
Predicted and correct. So here's some data from Alliance Entertainment, which is the Alliance Home Entertainment is like the largest licenser of and distributor of physical media. Across like CDs and movies and vinyl, you know, they do kind of everything. So they put out in their Q3 earnings. So we haven't heard Q4 yet, so it's kind of caveat to this. But Q3 earnings, an 11% year-over-year spike in revenue for Alliance Entertainment, which again, this is Alliance Home Entertainment. This is directly from their website. Licensing and distribution partners include Paramount, Sony Pictures, Universal Studios, CBS, Lionsgate, Disney, and other industry leaders. Releases include first time on Blu-ray editions, 4K UHD, and collectible steelbooks. So basically, when it comes to the physical media format, Alliance Home Entertainment is the one that distributes basically every movie through their licensing. So they report an 11% year-over-year spike in revenue for the quarter, with net income soaring to $4.9 million, which is up from just $397,000 in the same quarter last year. And gross overall profits rose 46% to $37.2 million. Physical movie sales, encompassing the DVD, Blu-ray disc, and Ultra HD formats, rose nearly 59% to $84 million, up from $52.9 million in the same period last year. Physical media saw a real growth in 2025, and I called it and I nailed it, and I'm very happy to report that.
Nice.
So that's a win. That's a win. For someone who has really fallen in love with physical media over the past year, I'm very, very happy that we're doing much, much better. Although still have lots of room to grow. I think, you know, people are getting sick of the physical media or the streaming era. There was just an article or a series of articles that have gone around the trades about streamflation as well.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, streamers have been raising their prices almost on an annual or biannual basis, and people are sick of it. I mean, it's pricing themselves out of the market at this point. So,
I also like to think that you are fudging the numbers a bit with how often you go to get physical media.
I buy a lot secondhand though, so that doesn't factor into those numbers.
Fair. I think that through the transitive property, they buy, so you buy. Therefore,
yeah, fair. Oh God.
However, why don't we move on? So that was fun. Why don't we give some 2026 predictions?
Sure. Do you want to just rotate back and forth?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Why don't you start then, since you're the host of this pod?
Yeah. So I feel like I have learned nothing, and I'm going to stick with my box office theme.
Ooh, okay.
I am banking at least 6 movies make $1 billion this year, with potential for 8. And here are those movies: Avengers Doomsday, The Odyssey, the Super Mario sequel, Spider-Man Brave New Day. That might be a stretch, but I think people are going to be interested. It's Spider-Man. If I have to fudge the numbers, I will. I will go see that every day. Toy Story 5, Minions 3.
Ooh, interesting pick.
And now here's Minions 3 was one of the stretch ones. The last one, Moana, the live action remake, is going to make $1 billion.
Okay.
And then the 2 stretch, Shrek 5 and Minions 3.
Interesting.
I'm learning. I'm not banking on Michael anymore. I'm banking on the family-friendly movies.
Yeah.
Because if I've learned anything, movies for kids are going to get the kids interested, and guess who has to take the kids? The parents. That's at least 2 ticket sales right there.
I'm here for it. I have my bold take is related around the box office, so I won't say too much, but I think you're onto something there for sure.
What's yours?
My prediction here is Avengers Doomsday. Flop both critically and with fans, and puts the future of the MCU at risk. Now this is maybe a bit of a bold take, but I don't feel confident at all going into Avengers Doomsday. The track record has not been there. I think a lot of fans are feeling the same way. And I think if the movie's really bad, not only is it going to put the MCU at risk, but it might not be very commercially successful either.
The thing about it, and I almost put this as a take, I think MCU fans are going to love it. I think casual fans are not going to, because it's going to be too confusing.
I think that's totally fair. I would go one step further and say I don't even know if MCU fans are going to love it, because now they've built this up, right? This is like, I don't know if it's necessarily like Infinity War Endgame level hype, but like this is being touted as like the return of the MCU. They're bringing back Thor, they're bringing back Captain America, they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. for whatever reason. Like they're bringing back the heavy hitters and saying MCU is back, and the movie might be garbage, and I think people are going to be pissed. So
yeah,
that's my prediction. Number 1.
Okay. My next one. Dune Messiah does not get the Return of the King treatment and gets ghosted by the awards.
Interesting.
I don't know if you know much about the book Dune Messiah.
I do.
So weird. It's gonna get out there, and maybe they'll throw it some below the line stuff. I don't think they're gonna be like, sorry, like Dune 2 was great. The first Dune we loved, but now it's your time, Denny. No, I don't think that's happening. I think they're like, I don't think we can get behind this one.
See, I actually, my second prediction is around Doom 3.
Look at us.
But it's a little bit different than that. So my prediction here, I know we're kind of crushing. My prediction here is that Dune Part 3 is loved by critics, but fans are mixed because of the source material. If you're not familiar with the source material going in, obviously I'm not going to spoil anything, but like it's very different, and I don't think a lot of casual fans are really going to be ready for that. So I think fans are going to be actually a bit more negative on it, but I think critically the critics are going to love it because it's going to be, excellently well made. I have no doubts that Denis will adapt the story well, but it's going to go in radical new directions, I think, that fans I don't think will enjoy.
Interesting. All right. My next one.
Yeah.
So this one, I'm going a little closer to home again. I think the best horror movie this year is coming from a YouTuber.
Ooh, I like this prediction.
And I'm going to make my claim now. I like this guy. I like some of the work he's done. Give me Obsession by Curry Barker.
Okay.
I like Milk and Cereal. Some of the short films he's done are great. Early reviews for Obsession have been very good. There's a lot of good horror movies coming out this year. He's going to have to top. And I believe in him. I think this is going to be a really great movie.
Nice. I like that. Okay.
Do you have one about horror movies?
No, I don't.
I don't have one. Are we really just going to go back and forth?
No. I have one. This is more industry related than movie related. So I have here that the guilds avoid strikes by negotiating sweeping AI protections for workers. Obviously, deal if the current SAG and WGA deals and such end this year, there will be negotiations. The last time we saw this, there was a strike for 118 days, and it was not great for the industry. I think that we avoid this strike and AI protections for writers, for actors, for people working in the industry are protected at a much deeper level.
I hope. I mean, did you see the clip of I forget where he was speaking about it, but Ben Affleck had a really great
I think he was on Rogan of all places. But he definitely was talking about it, and the way Ben Affleck, one of the most articulate, him and Matt Damon, extremely articulate when it comes to these things in Hollywood.
I think people don't give Ben Affleck enough credit for being incredibly intelligent.
Oh yeah, so smart. It's because he's from Boston, and like the Boston persona is like
the Dunk King.
Sitting at the bar, drinking a beer, watching the Sox.
My boy, wicked smart.
Yeah, he's not. He's actually quite intelligent. Both him and Matt Damon, extremely intelligent people.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your number 4?
Okay, so I had one, and then I scratched it because I was like, it was about Bond, and I was like, Bond and Batman, and I was like, I don't want to do this again.
Okay.
So this one, I'm kind of half baking it on the fly, but January is not going to be the lowest grossing month of the year this year.
Yeah.
I don't know which month it's going to be.
It might be February.
It's probably going to be February, but because January has been remarkably strong compared to other Januaries. So give me something else.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that take. I think that's an interesting one.
For new releases. I'm not counting the carryovers. I don't care that Avatar has still been like
that doesn't really count. It has to be for 2025 releases.
6 releases.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Look, it's still a new year. I'm still getting over it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Number 4. Tom Cruise is back to being an awards contender with Digger.
Interesting.
So,
you said a contender or winner?
Contender. I can't say winner because the Oscars especially will not be in 2026, but I think Digger will come out and people will be like, "Oh, he's really good," and then all of a sudden it'll be like we're off.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, Tom Cruise can do more than just jump off a plane.
Yeah. So, and I say this not only because of Tom Cruise and his abilities. And the type of movie, but also Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu, who's making this movie, has a history of directing actors to awards. He got Leo his Oscar for The Revenant, which I mean, I guess maybe was like we're gonna finally give this to you Oscar, but he's still excellent in that movie. Michael Keaton for Birdman was nominated for Best Actor. Edward Norton and Emma Stone were nominated for Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress for Birdman. So like this guy can direct people to awards love, and I think he gets there. I think he gets back to that level Tom Cruise. So that's my prediction for him.
All right. So my last regular prediction: The Odyssey breaks Sinners' record for most Oscar nominations.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I think a lot of the gaps that Sinners didn't get, like lead actress, they might get 2 supporting actors, maybe 2 supporting actresses. Probably all of the same, like below the line kind of technical stuff.
Yeah,
maybe stunts. I think it'll get to 17.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really
insane.
Cool. Yeah. My number 5, the Warner Bros. Netflix merger makes way for new / smaller production companies to make and distribute, or to make and for distributors to acquire movies people want to see. So this is kind of like taking the Warner Bros. Discovery merger and looking at the residual effects that it could have in the industry. there's been a lot of production companies and a lot of distributors that are entering the market. Black Bear just recently started distributing stuff, and there's a few others. I think that the consolidation of those things is going to allow for these other companies to come in and say, well, we want to acquire or we want to distribute this movie that like otherwise would have no chance of, right? I think it's an interesting possibility. And I'm all for, these things again. These things happen every few decades or so. Something radical kind of changes to switch up the market. This is, I think, going to be a catalyst to that, where we're going to see some real new players coming up into the market. A24 has been ever expanding. You'll see another something like that coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where I see it going. Bit harder to quantify as a prediction, but it's something to keep an eye on as things continue.
Nice.
Okay, bold take.
So I know I just said The Odyssey will break Sinner's record.
Yeah.
I think a movie that's not The Odyssey, Disclosure Day, anything made by like these big directors is going to win Best Picture.
Oh, you think we're going to get something new? Something we don't know about right now?
I think something's going to sneak in. And my two early kind of dark horses, Wild Horse 9 from Martin McDonagh.
Interesting.
It's a drama thriller with Sam Rockwell, John Malkovich, Parker Posey, Steve Buscemi.
Ooh.
Or Cry to Heaven from Tom Ford.
Interesting.
Listen to this cast: Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Adele, Ciarán Hinds, George McKay, Mark Strong, Colin Firth, and Owen Cooper, as well as Paul Bettany. It's a stacked cast, and that's a historical drama. We know the Oscars love that.
I was ruminating on this, because I do think it is possible that like we see, there's a lot of really hyped up movies coming out, but I do think that it's really realistic that a lot of movies that we don't have on or most people don't have on their radars becomes like some of the top contenders this year.
Yeah.
Okay, my bold take. 2026 is a top 3 year at the box office.
Oh, you did not.
We did top 10 last year. I'm going a step further. So I just want to list out all of the movies that I think I feel reasonably strong that will make at least 100,000, if not much more.
100,000?
Or 100 million at the box office. Sorry.
I was going to say
100 million at the box office or more. The Odyssey. Duh. Dune Part 3. Obviously. Disclosure Day. Of course. Project Hail Mary, I think, is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Greta Gerwig's Narnia. Wuthering Heights. The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Mm-hmm.
The OG made $321 million. Are you shitting me? Easy. Mandalorian and Grogu will probably be a huge hit.
Mm-hmm.
Masters of the Universe will make easily over 100, at least 100. Toy Story 5, you already said $1 billion. Moana live action, or did you say $1 billion for Toy Story 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I listed 8 movies that I think could make $1 billion.
Moana live action, you think it's going to be a smash? I don't think it'll be that good, but I think it could.
It'll make a lot, dude. A lot of people love Moana.
Yeah. Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, Digger. Again, Tom Cruise himself can will a movie to 100 million. He has the most 100 million movies of any actor. He's got like almost 30. The Social Reckoning, The Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping, the new Resident Evil movie from Zach Kreger, Super Mario Galaxy movie, and then some maybes that could get there if they have the right audience. Sense and Sensibility, maybe. Probably. We saw what The Housemaid just did, and Wuthering Heights is much more definite. Supergirl, maybe. Street Fighter, if it's good, it will. Clayface, DC, maybe. Jumanji 3, I would say most likely, but you never know with that series. Werewolf, Robert Eggers.
Mm-hmm.
Scream 7, and Lee Cronin's The Mummy. That is let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 movies that reasonably could make 100 million or most likely much more for a lot of those films. I think we might hit top 3 year at the box office.
You gotta I gotta try to find it again.
Are you looking for what they need to break top 3? They need to break $11.3 billion at the box office.
I mean, if I think 8 movies are gonna do a bill, probably
I think it's really possible. I don't see. It doesn't feel that far out.
The problem is certain things are definitely getting pushed out.
Some things could, absolutely. And but like a lot of the movies, especially in the top tier that I just listed out,
they're
are like set in stone. They're coming out this year.
Yeah.
So I feel really, really confident about this, but we'll see. And also, we just had a really good January. Like on top of it, man, I feel good about it, man. I feel real good.
Yeah. Well, why don't we talk something we don't feel good about?
Hey, what a transition. Let's do it.
Thank you. Darren Aronofsky is making an AI-generated revolutionary war show where people are being voiced by SAG actors, which make sense to me.
I don't know, man.
I thought a huge point of that was going to be like the strikes was protections. And if you were licensing your voice for an AI show, feels kind of like you're toeing the line of what's allowed and what's not.
Yeah, but we got a trailer for this, which is why we're reacting to it. It
looks pretty
honestly bad. It looks like shit, dude. It looks terrible.
There's a very unique, distinct look of AI videos where like the camera is like the person in focus is the only thing in focus, and it's just like the camera would just like either move in or move out.
That's exactly the slow push in, the slow pull out. Like
it's like the only thing it knows how to do.
Yeah. Although there were some other camera moves here, but it is always like the extremely slow push in on something, doing a very basic action. You know, extreme close-ups, like you were saying. You know, high, a real shallow depth of field. You know, it's very very distinct. It looks awful. It looks like the most garbage slop ever.
My question is why?
Yeah, right. Just make a regular Revolutionary War show. Like, come on.
I mean, I truly just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird.
Are the checks not clearing? Like,
especially for someone like Darren Aronofsky to be doing this, like that's just not right, man.
I know. I think what we're gonna start to see is, unless they really like put it in writing, like eliminating this type of stuff, is I think we're gonna start seeing like more and more people start to kind of toe this line of like,
yeah,
I'm gonna make this AI show, but don't worry. We're going to have the SAG affiliated actors be a part of it still. So we're not going against the unions.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I feel like we're going to soon see like an Avatar movie where like a lot of it's going to be AI, because James Cameron has been kind of on the forefront of this. And I feel like that doesn't go reported on enough. Like he has already said, he's kind of complained about how long and how expensive these movies are to make, kind of hinting like, hey, if only there was a tool where I can cut costs and cut corners.
I hate it. just make a less expensive movie, my guy. Come on.
You don't need to make a 7-hour movie.
Yeah, maybe. or spend $300 million making it. Like, just make a less expensive movie, man.
I mean, the movie's made like what, $1.4 billion?
Yeah, that's you know what? That's true. Who gives a shit, man? These movies are so he's made like some of the most profitable movies ever.
Yeah. If you don't want to do it, if you don't want to do it, just don't.
Yeah, right. Oh, it was so expensive and so labor intensive. Boo fucking who? You're gonna make $6 billion on it.
You are the most profitable like creator of all time or director of all time. What do you want? The world's smallest violin to play you to bed every night as you cry about how it took you like 3 years to make this movie?
Man, maybe the Avatar debate is like one that maybe we should have for another day, but I just don't understand. I don't understand those movies and why I like the first one, but man, we are really like how these movies are money printers is just I will never understand.
I mean, I don't know either, dude. It's just like,
yeah,
they have an audience that we just don't get.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of audiences, though,
I was going to say, speaking of a movie that found its audience, Send Help, another January massive success from Sam Raimi. People are saying this is one of his best movies since Send Me to Hell. And it's
Drag Me to Hell?
Drag Me to Hell, sorry. Yeah. I have the movie and I forgot the name.
It's okay.
93% with critics, 88% with the audience on Rotten Tomatoes. Crushing it.
Yeah. $17 million opening weekend. Not too bad. Not to step on my box office numbers, but I'm here for it. I mean, again, original storytelling, a director returning to horror for the first time in a long time, who's well known for it.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan O'Brien, Rachel McAdams, here for it. I haven't seen it yet, but I will be seeing it. I just haven't had the time to see it at the moment, but I will be seeing it, and I will be happy to report back.
Same. Once I finally kick this sickness, I will go see it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's kind of the only movie we're going to talk about, but when we talk about what's coming out next.
Yeah. This week we've got The Strangers Chapter 3, which I know you're so excited for.
Can't believe they made 3.
Yeah.
I mean, they were pot committed to these. Hey man, what if I told you that she joins the strangers in this one? I didn't see the second one, so I don't know what led up to this, but listen, they're not good. But I'll give them credit for making 3.
Yikes. It's a bit of a horror week because we have also got Whistle, which is a new film starring Daphne Keane about a horror movie surrounding an Aztec death whistle or whatever the hell they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool. Seems like an interesting concept. I don't know much about it, but that's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the most unique concept, but it's
something.
It's a February horror movie. It's not right. It's not Blumhouse.
This week's a little dead, so give us some slack.
Listen, I did predict that after deep research that I didn't just do on the fly that February would be a slower month.
Well, maybe this will turn it around. Caleb Landry Jones's Dracula, which I have heard is one of the worst movies of the year.
I mean, I've heard different things, but if you don't want to see this, I don't blame you. The director, Luc Besson, is not a good person.
Yeah.
He's got bad things in his past, so if you don't want to support it, that's fine. But
can I just say, I'm not going to touch on it too much, but like, speaking of directors with bad pasts, tough. I love The Fifth Element. Fifth Element's one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever. I hate that it's a Luc Besson movie. Same thing with one of my favorite buddy cop comedy trilogies of all time, Rush Hour. Love those movies, made by Brett Ratner, who's a noted piece of shit.
Yeah, tough time to be a. I don't even know where I'm going with this. He's in the Epstein files.
Yeah. I hate that he made a good series of movies off the back of Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. They're so good, and I hate it. I hate that he made them.
You know what? They're good because of the actors, not because of him.
There you go.
That's the only thing I can say to try to ease your conscience.
Yeah. I'm not going to stop liking the movies. It's just, it sucks that he made them.
Yeah.
The last movie that's coming out is Solo Mio, which is a new Kevin James movie, which I only put on here because I don't know if you've gotten the TikTok stuff. Yeah. He was all over TikTok pretending to be this character, this teacher character, art teacher. And like, it's obviously promo for a movie, but it was never like explicitly stated. It was like kind of the weirdest guerrilla marketing tactic I've ever seen from a mainstream movie star. Really weird stuff. This movie looks like trash.
It's him doing his Before Sunrise, but
but not good.
Yeah. It's like if he saw and he was like, I could be Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Just right now with no hair and no wife.
But that's coming out this week, so you know that sort of stuff will finally be over. Box office recap. Speaking of Brett Ratner, Melania, the documentary came out, and I'm not going to spend very much time talking about this piece of garbage, but it cost a lot of money that Amazon wanted to launder through our government to make with bribes. And it made $8 million in the first weekend, which is a massive flop.
Don't see that going up.
Nope. It's got like a 99% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, which I'm sure is full of genuine, real people and not bots.
And not paid for reviews.
Yeah. It's also got an A on CinemaScore, which like feels fairly obvious because the only people going to see this movie are people who align with that.
I'm sure the critics are in lockstep with the audience, though. I mean,
20%, right? Is it like 20? I think it's like maybe 13%.
Nope, 11.
Oh, okay, better.
That's gotta be one of the largest gaps.
Yeah, not good. And rightfully so. Piece of shit family, piece of shit government, piece of shit president, Amazon just paying bribes to the government in the form of a documentary about someone no one should give a shit about. I mean, come on, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I saw something really funny. A couple things actually really funny. I'm spending too much time on this, but in Boston and other major markets, there were Craigslist listings of people paying people to go and watch the Melania documentary.
That's what I was
which I find extremely funny. And also the Hollywood Reporter, I was looking on Twitter this morning. The Hollywood Reporter put out an article about like this movie making $8 billion at the box office. And so sometimes on these things, I like to go into the replies to see all the blue check, either bots or grifters in the replies. A lot of the AI stuff of like the Melania documentary has made $8 million. What a great success. Whatever. But then other people being like, I told you all this was a smash hit. $8 million. It's going to be making so much money. It's like this movie costs like $50 million to make. And I think it was 40 to make, and another 35 they spent on marketing, and it's made 8. It's like, this is nothing. This is garbage. Anyways, moving on.
We already touched on it, but Send Help. Looking good.
Send Help. Very good first weekend projections. We don't really need to touch on that much more, but I did want to put in here the movie Iron Lung, which I don't know if you're familiar with this movie.
Of course.
This is a new horror thriller movie from Markiplier, the YouTuber. This is like self-financed horror movie adaptation of a game. I'm here for it. I love this. This is stuff that I can absolutely get behind. The movie, I think itself is maybe not too well received, more mixed on it. I think it's got like a 50-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's still really early.
50% critic, but that's only 10 reviews, 90% fans. But when you have like as someone as popular as him, it's kind of the same thing. You're gonna get skewed results.
I love seeing independent cinema made by someone who has a passion for something. I'm here for it. I don't really even care if it's good or bad. I think this is good for the industry and good for people and good for fans, and we should see more of it. Yeah. And it shouldn't come down to Markiplier self-financing this movie to get things like this made. Like, we should be funding stuff like this. This is art. This is truly what we need. So,
yeah,
Iron Lung.
Well, that's it for our box office recap. Why don't you wind us down with a little show and tell?
Yeah, I got a little show and tell here. This is something I picked up yesterday at my movie store that I like to
single-handedly keeping the physical media industry alive.
But this is really cool stuff here. So this is a 70th anniversary collector's edition of Citizen Kane on DVD, not the Blu-ray. Cool wide box, full slips type stuff. Very cool. So inside, it's so cool. It has this like pop out case with the DVDs in it. It's got, there's your DVD 1 and there's DVD 2 and bonus features. So this is split out. Oh no, it's not. Sorry. There is Citizen Kane the movie. Oh, sorry, this is Blu-ray. Ha! Look at that.
Nice.
Even better. And then the Battle Over Citizen Kane documentary on DVD. And then RKO 281, which I'm not exactly sure what that is.
Just highlights of Randy Orton.
Maybe. I'm actually going to look it up real quick. RKO 2... Oh, well, hold on. RKO 281 is a 1999 drama indie film directed by Benjamin Ross, starring Liv Schreiber, James Cromwell, Melanie Griffith, John Malkovich, Roy Scheider, and Liam Cunningham. Depicts the troubled production of Citizen Kane. So you get Citizen Kane on Blu-ray, you get the Battle Over Citizen Kane, and you get the movie RKO 281. Plus, that's not enough. You also get this really cool booklet of items from the production. There's some Citizen Kane like mini posters in here, which are quite cool. There's a little card of the presentation of Citizen Kane. A card on the original like production notes here. It's really cool, kind of just historical stuff here. Just a lot of really cool things. And then on top of it, there's also, on top of all of that, there's also a little booklet here that has like production information. There's like still images and stuff like that from the movie. It's really a cool set that I am super happy to own, and I got it for a crisp, cool $10 bill.
That's insane. I would pay $11 for that.
It's very, very cool. So I thought it was just DVD. I didn't realize it was on Blu-ray as well. So I will be definitely plugging that in when we're done with this.
Yeah. Have you seen Citizen Kane before?
I have not. It's like one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest blind spots I have in my filmography, and I know it's sad to say.
Yeah. When this is new for this podcast, I did a kind of like you and our old host Sam would pick like a classic movie for me to watch. Citizen Kane was the first movie on that, and I don't even think you guys picked it. I think I just watched it on my own. Truly one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, I'm very
It's not a revolutionary take there, but it is.
Yeah.
But thank you for showing and telling. That's going to wrap us up for this week. Thank you all for listening. Like and sub where you can, and follow us on your favorite podcast platform, as well as our social channels below. We know there's a lot of film podcasts out there, so we thank you for taking the time to listen to ours. Aaryn, thank you for joining me today on this nice February 1st morning. Why don't you send us out with a nice Letterboxd review?
Yeah, I got one. This is a review, a 5-star review of the movie The Dark Knight by Christopher Nolan from Sophie on Letterboxd. It says, my friend said Heath was, quote, okay in this, so who wants to sign a petition to send her to the North Pole?
We'll see you guys next time.
See you later.